Hello, I'm Homeschooled. Let me tell you my story so far.
Hi, Homeschooled. I'm Hannah, and I'm in 8th grade.
Hi, Hannah. I'm Garrett, and I'm in 11th grade, and I've been homeschooled my entire life.
Me too. And today, we're going to be answering some common questions about homeschooling.
Hannah, what's it like being homeschooled? Do you feel like you're missing out on things public schoolers experience?
Not at all. I can still participate in sports like the public schoolers, participate in my local theater, and do other things like that. Also, I'm getting the same or better education than the public schoolers because I get to learn specific subjects here at home.
That sounds incredible, Hannah.
Sports! Sports!
Garrett, I have a question for you. How do you deal with socialization?
That's a great question, Hannah, because a lot of people think homeschoolers are not socialized, but quite the opposite is true. I'm socialized in a lot of the ways you just mentioned, being extracurricular activities. I'm currently a part of our local theater, as well as a part of a local youth group. We're also in a couple of different homeschool groups. They give me great friendships and relationships and just awesome times that I wouldn't have if I weren't a homeschooler. It's truly fantastic. Now, Hannah, here's a question for you. Do you think you're going to be ready to deal with the real world when you graduate, given your homeschooled background?
Of course I do. With my homeschooled background and my education, I'll be able to get into colleges. And being at home, I've gotten the opportunity to learn everyday things that I wouldn't otherwise learn, such as cooking and chores. Things that you really do need for the outside world.
Those do sound like very important things. It's cool that you've learned all that.
It is.
Here we see the wild Hannah, deep in a history book. Oh!
Sagira, what did you think of homeschooling at first?
Well, I've actually been homeschooled my entire life, and I don't really remember what I thought about it at first, but I do know it's been the right decision for me.
And also, how have you grown through homeschooling?
That is a great question. I have grown in a lot of ways. From an education standpoint, I am much farther ahead than I think I would be if I were in public school. I'm in 11th grade right now, currently going for an honors English diploma, and I've learned so much about literature, grammar, writing, as well as other subjects like math, science, and history. It's all very cool. I feel like I've gotten a very thorough, deep, enriching education, and I really, really like that. So Hannah, what are homeschool groups?
Homeschool groups are where a bunch of homeschoolers get together, and in our case we have class days. Some just do field trips, but the ones that we are currently in do class days. Our one does more educational standpoint, where you have history and literature, and then the other one we do is more extra fun things such as choir, theater, and art.
Oh, that sounds really, really cool.
It is.
Hannah, is it challenging being with your sibling all day, especially when that sibling is me?
Nope, I just love you. It's great being together all day.
I love you too, Hannah.
Aww. Garrett, how have you seen the love of Christ manifested in your homeschool?
That is a great question. Because I've been homeschooled, I've been able to have way more time with my parents, who are Christians. And I've been able to have great one-on-one conversations that have helped me grow my faith. I'm also involved in a local youth group, as I've mentioned, and that's really helped enrich my faith. And because we're homeschooled, we get to curate our classes to a Christian perspective. So we have a Bible class, but then we also have classes such as history, science, literature, all of which are from a Christian perspective, and that really helps build a solid Christian worldview that I don't think I would have nearly as fully if I weren't homeschooled. It's been truly incredible. It's hard to describe how much homeschooling has helped my faith. It's awesome.
Garrett, I have one last question for you. Where can we find some great homeschooling resources?
I am so glad you asked, Hannah. A fantastic place to find the best homeschooling resources is the oldschoolhouse.com. They have tons of stuff available to choose from. For new homeschoolers, there's things to help you out on your journey to figure out just what homeschooling is and how you can do it. And for new and current homeschoolers, they have tons of classes and things available for your child to make sure they're getting the best education possible. Go to theoldschoolhouse.com today. That's TheOldSchoolhouse.com today. It's incredible, and you're gonna love it.
It truly is.
Thanks for answering some questions today, Hannah. I feel like I've learned so much more about homeschooling.
Thank you for answering some questions. I learned a lot from you too.
That's great.
Yay.
Thanks, Hannah.
Thanks, Garrett.
Bye.
Bye.